Previously on Channel Camden.
I'm playing Mr. Fantastic. Anyways, The Office is a great show. You should check it out. I give it a 10 donuts. This video is a little shorter than expected.
Now you must review X-Men Dark Phoenix for the next video.
X-Men Dark Phoenix? Really? So there's a bad guy in my house. To be continued.
Greetings, guy pals and gal pals. It's Camden on Channel Camden. I'm sorry, I never catched your name. Dr. Zaniness. Dr. Zaniness. Okay. Okay, anyway, where were we? The X-Men. So the X-Men had many movies over the years, and they're all made by Fox. So then Disney bought Fox, so 20th Century Fox decided to make one last X-Men movie, a part of their series, before they get into the MCU. The first X-Men movie came out in 2000, which inspired other companies to make more superhero movies and start jumping back again. And now, since they're making a final X-Men movie to the series that made other companies decide to make more superhero movies, it should end out on a bang, right? No, it ended on a whimper. So they rushed this movie and pushed it out into theaters, and no one liked this movie. Well, some people did, but mostly people didn't like it. Now, if you're asking, did I like it? Let's jump right into it, shall we? Also, I like to say that the first time they tried to do the Dark Phoenix saga was in X-Men The Last Stand. And you know how X-Men The Last Stand turned out, right? Not very good. So, Fox decided to give the Dark Phoenix saga another try. Now, you people that don't really read comics a lot, let me tell you what the Dark Phoenix saga is. It's where X-Men member Jean Grey gets possessed by a alien force called the Dark Phoenix, and she turns evil and turns on all the X-Men. And then at the end she sacrifices herself to get rid of the Phoenix. Let's jump right in, shall we? For real this time. Now the X-Men theme is in my head now, having it to play on the background. So the movie begins with Jean Grey as a child with her parents in the car, and then something not so fortunate happens. She discovers her powers, and then the car starts tumbling over and then starts run over. So yeah, and her parents are dead, except the father, but we'll get to that soon. So then young Charles Xavier tries to make her go to his school and learn how to control her powers. And at the present day, well, not present day, it's in 1992. 1992. Reminds me of a certain cartoon that came out around that time. 1992. Okay, we're getting off track. So the government and the X-Men are friends now. So, because the people know that the X-Men are heroes, so they go to space, because the astronauts are caught. So, yeah, wait, go back. Look at that makeup. Wait, hold up. Look at that makeup on Mystique. When I first watched this and I saw the makeup on her face, I was laughing. So then she gets the Phoenix powers, even though she had it in X-Men Apocalypse when she fought Apocalypse, but okay. And then, oh yes, this movie has a lot of continuity errors, which with X-Men movies you should be used to, I know. Like how in X-Men The Last Stand, Trask is a tall black dude, but then in X-Men Days Future Past, he's a short white guy. I wasn't trying to sound racist, I was just talking. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. And oh yes, Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. She acts like she doesn't want to be in this movie. Her acting is very she does not. It seems like she does not want to be there. But at the same time, everyone's acting in this movie is not very good. Even the good actors that are in this movie are not doing a good performance, including James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. What have you done?
I just needed a ginger look towards the end, but there's mostly.
Put us in danger, Charles. You put those kids in danger.
Not kids anymore, Raven. They care about their safety just as much as you do.
Are you sure about that? Because we're taking bigger and bigger risks. And for what? Please, tell me it's not your ego. Being on the cover of magazines, getting a medal from the president. You like it, don't you?
She mentioned the president. I would make a Trump joke, but this movie takes place in the 90s, so I can't really say anything.
Raven,
What end is that?
keeping us safe. You should understand better than anyone that we're only ever one bad day away from them starting to see us as the enemy again.
So what? We wear matching costumes and smile in pictures to
That
make
is a
everyone
small
feel
price to
safe?
pay for keeping the peace.
By risking our people to save theirs.
Yes, yes.
It's funny. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something. And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to X-Women.
That is one of the dumbest lines I have ever heard in a superhero movie ever. And I watched Batman and Robin with Schwarzenegger's ice puns. Okay. You should just say she does not recall any men in the X-Men doing something. As I last recall, in X-Men Apocalypse, Quicksilver was saving everyone from an exploding mansion. Matter of fact, in all the other X-Men movies, isn't Wolverine always the main character? At the same time, these take place before the regular X-Men movies. These are like prequels and stuff. But, as I last recall, didn't Professor X stop you from murdering Trask in Days of Future Past? And thirdly, the name. X-Men does not mean gender. It means as mankind. Because there are men and women on the team. So it does not mean gender. It means like the X stands for X gene, as in the mutant gene. Men, it stands for like as in mankind. This reminds me of that Gumball episode where Gumball and Darwin were confused with the word man and mankind in the episode The Wicked. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Seriously, why? Let's move on. Introduce the aliens that can shapeshift into humans. They're called the they're called the... Yeah, they're basically the Skrulls. Yeah. Say, a Marvel movie where one of the characters get possessed by some alien power, and then there are shape-shifting aliens running around everywhere. It's The Dazzler sings a song that totally sounds not very 90s. It sounds very modern day-ish. The X-Men are having a party. Yeah. Ooh, a party I like to join. Zeke's bad acting continues in convincing Beast to leave the X-Mansion to go somewhere else and have a life and stuff like that. Oh, also, it turns out that Jean's dad is not dead, as I mentioned earlier, and the team is kind of torn apart. Beast has a fit and leaves. He's all like, Charles, you shouldn't have done that, and stuff like that. Seriously, Charles, you didn't tell a little girl that her dad is alive and she thought he was dead? Jean goes to her old neighborhood to see her dad, and then the X-Men try to fight Dark Phoenix. Does a slow-mo scene-ish. There's no type of music playing in the background. It's just him running and dramatic music playing in the background, and then Jean just whoosh, and back. Basically, there's not really a fight. She's just throwing the X-Men back and just hitting them rather than a normal fight. Also, I'd like to say, this movie doesn't have a whole lot of fight scenes. This movie is mostly talking, and Jean is gonna cry just right in the next scene, and I'm gonna tell you why. Seriously though, why didn't Quicksilver... The one thing that could have saved this movie is Quicksilver running slow-mo, and it's like a slow-mo sequence, and music playing in the background. Like the Spend Time in a Bottle, or Sweet Dreams Are Made of Thee. Well, I mean, a certain hedgehog may do that in his own movie. Jean kills Mystique on accident. Yes, she dies out of nowhere. So, Jean cries in like a dark alley, and Beast is angry about it. So you will not believe what Beast does. And I'm gonna tell you. This is what happens. Beast goes to Magneto and wants to team up with Magneto to kill Jean. Because Magneto says, I'm going to kill her. Yep, I know. Basically what Beast said, yeah, I know. As in saying, he supports the idea. Beast will never kill someone, let alone any of his teammates. These studios don't really get these heroes, no. What's next? He's gonna snap someone's neck? Or what's that? Superman is gonna snap Zod's neck? Oh. Well, at least he didn't kill any of his other enemies in Justice League, so that means Superman is acting more like Superman now. That's a good thing, eh? It's just one movie. Oh boy. We're still getting off track. Anyway, Magneto talks to the X-Men saying, we're going to kill... Oh wait, Magneto's not old yet, even though he should be. Okay, so this takes place in 1992. The first X-Men movie came out in 2000. This is between 8 years. So, how in 1992, Magneto looks like Eric Langer, and Professor X looks like James McAvoy. And then 8 years later, Magneto looks like Ian McKellen, and Professor X looks like Patrick Stewart. So 8 years later, they look really, really old.
And there's always a speech. Nobody cares.
There's always a big speech, but nobody cares anymore. Hypocrite.
Be safe. Your streets will not be safe. You will not be safe.
Your cat will not be safe. Your air will not be safe. Your safe will not be safe. Your poster will not be safe. The car will not be safe. Anyway, we're getting off track here. So then they go to a house and this happens. Yes. I wish I was joking.
Please, Jean.
She makes Professor X walk.
Please.
The moment was so awkward. Forgot to mention that Jean, well, Dark Phoenix, since it's taken over her now, is working with those Skrull aliens. I know their name are not Skrulls, but they're knockoffs of Skrulls. And then they fight the X-Men. And then, they get kidnapped on a train by the Skrulls. I know their name are not Skrulls. I'm just gonna call them that. And then the X-Men and Magneto work together to fight them. Also, Jean teams up with them now, since Jean can control the Phoenix powers now. And also, and then Nightcrawler goes crazy. Yes, Nightcrawler, a Catholic that is very, very religious. He is very religious. Starts killing some of the soldiers, some of the bad guys. I don't need to say anything. Anyway, then they defeat them. Jean goes into space, and then this is the biggest continuity error of the movie. So, Beast is taking over the school now, not Charles. And then, yes, not Charles Xavier, Beast. And they rename the school Jean Grey School for Gifted Youngsters. Wouldn't it make more sense to name it Raven Darkholme School for Gifted Youngsters? Okay, this is the biggest continuity error. How in Days Future Past, at the end of that movie, where Wolverine changes the timeline up, Charles is still at the school. It still has the same name. It's the same school. Do you see a problem with these movies? Yeah, this movie is the worst X-Men movie by far. And it's supposed to be the last one a part of this series. It's just, the acting's not very good. Most of it is pretty boring. And they failed at the Dark Phoenix saga twice. In a bunch of continuity errors. Okay, I'm gonna give this to X-Men The Last Stand. At least that movie was watchable and rewatchable. Dark Phoenix is not very watchable. It was so boring. And X-Men The Last Stand, at least almost all the actors, most of the actors were good in there. Especially Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And at least it handled it a little better than this. Another thing is they handled the Dark Phoenix saga in one movie, even though the Dark Phoenix saga should be more than that. And actually the original plan for this, it was supposed to be a trilogy. But then, you know, the rush production and the reshoots, so never mind about that. So yeah, this movie is worse than all the it's the worst X-Men movie. Even, well, X-Men 2 or Days of Future Past, one of the two, X-Men 2, yeah, are the best one. And well, the only things that could have saved this movie is at least Quicksilver's performance or a Wolverine cameo. But at the same time, Logan was a goodbye to Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. How I would have done it was I would have had the original cast of the original trilogy and be in this movie instead of the newer ones. And for it to be a final goodbye to these X-Men, but then we'll see the X-Men that will be in the MCU and will team up with the Avengers and Spider-Man. But the X-Men are going to be in good hands. They're in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. They're home with their family. They can all team up with the Avengers now, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, that wraps up today's video. Oh, right, I forgot.
That's right, you forgot about me. Now, I'm about to set up this bomb. This is the remote.
It's a TV, you idiot. Actually, I got something for you. Tim Throw.
This is not the last you heard of Dr. Zaniness.
Alright, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to hit the like button, comment down below, and hit the subscribe. Peace. Next week, my Spider-Man 4 fan script. Yes, I made my own fan-made script to Spider-Man 4.